With that said, I want to switch over to what's new in the automation school. And you guys may not have realized it, but I updated the site recently. It took really more than a couple of weeks to get this done. A lot of legacy stuff that had to be changed. There's still things I want to do to it. But in any case, I want to just mention that this afternoon, before I leave for the weekend, I will be moving the server. I will be pointing the domain to a new server, if all goes well. I pray it does. And so if you are a student at the automation school, you may have to log out and log in because it's actually a different server, and you may have to clear your cache, okay? I haven't experienced that, but I know certain browsers do certain things, so with the cookies and whatnot. So just a PSA there for any students. Now, also for students, I wanted to mention just a reminder that you get. Okay, so now I got to manually zoom back in. Let's see, 80, 90, 100. Okay. So if you're in any of my PLC courses, you get this application free. You just have to fill out a little form. The form basically says that you understand this is for you because you're a student and it's not freeware we're giving to the world. I'm not a millionaire. I can't make free software. But in any case, we hired a developer to make this package. And this is for the person who doesn't have a PLC, doesn't have VMware, has really no way to actually learn at home. He has a PC, Windows 10 or 11 PC, and he wants to go through the lessons. This is not programming exactly like a Rockwell or an Allen Bradley or a CodeSys PLC, but you can, as you can see on the screen, you can go through all the lessons. We got a widget maker there, which I use in all of my courses. We have photo eyes, proxies, motors, sensors, and you can actually go through and learn, follow along with the courses, whichever PLC it is, just noting that it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to look a little different than the major PLC vendors. But this is something we hired a developer to create this, and we give away to every PLC student. I think it's one of the lessons, like 105, I think is the lesson. I made it the same lesson in every course. I actually have to renumber some of the old courses. So if you're in an older course, you'll see me update the Start Here video talking about that. But in any case, I actually found this developer because he makes an automation game that's just a blast. And I'm working in evenings to develop a course on that. So I actually pre-bought, I think, 25 to 50 keys, and I'll be giving those away at a very discounted price, a highly discounted price, when I finish that course. So in any case, I think the cost is going to be like $15, but if you want the game, it'll be $20. So you're basically getting a $15 game for $5. But in any case, it has all kinds of cool stuff like this, but and it has a lot of 3D stuff in it as well. Great for anybody who wants to learn automation. Maybe you want to work with a youngster and teach them what real automation is like. It's a lot of fun, and it's very, I had fun playing it, and I'm close to the 60 and 50. So in any case, I wanted to share that with you. So this actual app you get for free when you're in my PLC courses. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is somebody came in my my Factory I/O course. I've done a lot of videos on Factory I/O, so I won't go through that again. But somebody said, "Hey, Sean, can we solve the queue of item things using a FIFO?" And I'm like, that sounds like fun. It's going to be more complicated than using the counters, like I show them in the lesson. But I said, let's try it, see if it's fun. So I set a program. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to use the FIFO. That's for words of data, right? We want to use bit shifts. So I put together an example using bit shifts. It is still a little more complicated than the counters, but it's cool just to watch the bits come in and the bits go out. And so if you're in this course, of course, Factory I/O is free for 30 days, then it's $17 a month. But in any case, this course is only $50. The actual, if you wanted to do it with the Micro 800, the simulator, Micro 800 simulator is free. The Micro 800 programming software is free, and I only priced the course at $25 because the cost to me to actually make that the cost to me to actually make that course is a lot less because I don't have the expensive hardware requirements and whatnot. Now, I do want to point out, if you're like, what are you talking about? There are some free sample lessons where I cover what you need, what you have to make everything work. But in any case, I wanted to come down here and show you that this new lesson, 505, of course, I'm getting the big, you can't open it because I'm not logged in. I'm not registered in the course, but that's the lesson 505 is the queue using bit shifts lesson. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And I actually have some other stuff coming out for people in my other lessons, so I'm going to hold off on that, but probably next week I'll come back and have some exciting stuff for people in my PLC classes that you guys can get access to. Even though some of these, and I am updating all the lessons and all the courses, but I'm going to keep the old ones around for you guys who are already enrolled in them and keep updating them. So in any case, the other thing I want to talk to you about, if you're not aware, I know a lot of people say, Sean, online training is great, but I need hands-on. We do something that you guys may not be aware of, and I think you've seen in my other videos, the training room. We can do up to 4 compact logics or up to 4 Siemens right now. We have the room to do 8. We have the equipment to do 8. It's more of a thing of computers and licenses. But in any case, if you have 2 or 3 people, we can do a course just for you. The thing we're doing here is, it's one or twofold. If you've never enrolled in my online courses, if you come here for in-person training here in the Berkshires, I'm going to give you the associated online course at no charge. So this way you can, after you've done the hands-on, you can go home and finish the online course. Maybe you don't get to some things here when you're doing hands-on that, especially theory stuff, you may want to do that after the fact. So in any case, if you're already enrolled in the online course, then you can take the price of that course off the price of coming here to do training. Now, because I'm not a big corporation like Rockwell, I have not put out a series of dates yet. And what I'm looking for is to get people to sign up here with the, it's kind of like let me know when the next class is. And if you do pre-register for a course, right, you will get, if you do end up coming, you'll get $50 off the price of doing the in-person training. So think of it as, instead of paying $4.99, you get $4.49. And the other thing I wanted to mention here, now I got all kinds of pictures, all kinds of information. I got pictures of the building, the facility. I got pictures of the training room set up for both Rockwell and Allen Bradley. But I also have all the hotels that are local. Just within 3 miles, we have all the big hotels like Courtyard by Marriott. We have Hilton Garden Inn. We have Hilton Inn Express. We have Hampton Inn and Suites, all within 3 miles of my office. We also have a museum. We have a couple of great places to go with the kids, like to do zip lining, or, you can see here, that's Jiminy Peak. And then, of course, we have right down the street, right next to my house, we have Mount Greylock and the Appalachian Trail. So if you want to do hiking, and then about 10 minutes south of us, maybe 15, we have the Norman and Rockwell Museum. All that's listed here. So if you want your family to drop you off and they go have fun, there's things to do. And the other thing, I was just telling somebody this who I did a WebEx with, or WebEx, I was going to say Zoom, a Teams meeting with the other day. We can do custom courses as well. So you guys know all the hardware I have. And so if you wanted to do 1 day of Siemens and 1 day of Rockwell, we can do that, right? If you have some guys in your electrical shop or maybe some maintenance technicians and you want to get them up on both because you have both, you want to get them up on speed on both, you can see here, this is a list of everything I can do. We can, I also tell people too, is if you want to just do like half a day, on the first day because you want to drive in, that's cool. What do I care? We can start at, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then we could end at 12 noon on the last day you're here. So in any case, I did want to share that with you guys. And with that, I just want to throw out a reminder. I know it's summertime, but if you guys are looking to train your people, right, please get in contact with me. You can email me. You can call my voicemail. You can submit a question right on the website. You can even book a 15-minute meeting with me to ask questions about enrolling your people. But, every summer my wife's like, you have a hard time relaxing on vacation. And it's like, because in the summer, it's like people forget they need to train their people. They're thinking about vacation and beaches and sun. And so in any case, if you have anybody you need to train, maybe you've been procrastinating since the beginning of the year, you got some money, you don't want it to run out, contact me directly. And we can talk about what I can do for you, whether it's online, group enrollment. We do that. I got a big note here about it. We do group enrollment online. We can also do just a custom course for your guys. If you want to do a closed course just for your people, we can do that. I've done those both on Rockwell and Siemens multiple times, multiple days. And, if you don't want to be in a group of random people, but if you just want to learn yourself, just click on this in-person hands-on, and you can sign up, pre-register. There's no requirement to actually come and pay. But if you really are interested in coming, you can pre-register, and then if one of the dates I release works for you, then you'll save $50. Or if you already own the online course, you'll save the price of that course, up to $200. So with that, I just want to wish you guys all an awesome weekend and week ahead. I want to wish you all good health and happiness. And until next time, my friends, peace.